Welcome to our Jesse Tree devotion for the 13th day in Advent. We left off talking about the Israelites in the wilderness and the spies who had gone to check out this land that God had promised long ago to Abraham. This land flowing with milk and honey. Now the Israelites wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. And one generation passed away, and the new generation entered into the promised land. Moses himself did not enter the promised land. So now we enter the story with Moses' successor, Joshua, at the helm of leading the people into the promised land. Just as Moses did, he's going to send out some spies. But he doesn't send 12 spies. He sends 2 spies. We're going to pick this story up in the 2nd chapter of Joshua, where we meet a very interesting woman of the Bible named Rahab. Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent out from Shittim 2 men as spies. Go, look over the land and check out Jericho. They left and arrived at the house of a harlot named Rahab and stayed there. The king of Jericho was told, We've just learned that men arrived tonight to spy out the land. They're from the people of Israel. The king of Jericho sent word to Rahab, Bring out the men who came to you to stay the night in your house. They're spies. They've come to spy out the whole country. The woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them. She said, Yes, 2 men did come to me, but I didn't know where they'd come from. At dark, when the gate was about to be shut, the men left. I have no idea where they went. Hurry up, chase them. You still have time to catch them. She had actually taken them up on the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax that were spread out for her on the roof. So the men set chase down the Jordan road towards the fjords. As soon as they were gone, the gate was shut. Before the spies were down for the night, the woman came up to them on the roof and said, I know that God has given you the land. We're all afraid. Everyone in the country feels hopeless. We heard how God dried up the waters of the Red Sea before you when you left Egypt, and what he did to the 2 Amorite kings east of the Jordan, whom you put under a holy curse and destroyed. We heard it and our hearts sank. We all had the wind knocked out of us, and all because of you and God, your God, God of the heavens above and God of the earth below. Now promise me, by God, I showed you mercy. Now show my family mercy, and give me some tangible proof, a guarantee of life for my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, everyone connected with my family. Save our souls from death. Our lives for yours, said the men. But don't tell anyone our business. When God turns over the land to us, we'll do right by you in loyal mercy. She lowered them down out a window with a rope because her house was on the city wall to the outside. She told them, Run for the hills so your pursuers won't find you. Hide out for 3 days and give your pursuers time to return. Then get on your way. The men told her, In order to keep this oath you made us swear, here is what you must do. Hang this red rope out the window through which you let us down, and gather your entire family with you in your house, father, mother, brothers, and sisters. Anyone who goes out the doors of your house into the street and is killed, it's his own fault. We aren't responsible. But for everyone within the house, we take full responsibility. If anyone lays a hand on one of them, it's our fault. But if you tell anyone our business here, the oath you've made us swear is canceled. We're no longer responsible. She said, If that's what you say, that's the way it is, and sent them off. They left, and she hung the red rope out the window. They headed for the hills and stayed there for 3 days until the pursuers had returned. The pursuers had looked high and low, but found nothing. The men headed back. They came down out of the hills, crossed the river, and returned to Joshua son of Nun and reported all their experiences. They told Joshua, yes, God has given the whole country to us. And that's the story that we hear throughout Joshua, is the story of the Israelite people claiming that promised land that God had promised to Abraham. So God's work with God's people throughout history. I probably should have found the ornament first. This is the red rope hanging out the window. I'm guessing that's probably not what windows in fortress walls looked like in Jericho 4,000 years ago, but that's what we're going with. Have a good day.